My name is Jesus Roberto Aguirre. My sector is communication and transportation. The problem is disease, and the technology is artificial intelligence. My role is responsible for providing good public transportation and transportation of any things. Provide this service with quality and effectiveness. Also provide the means of communication and publicity. My role is responsible for the quality of these public services. The problem relates to my role in many means. First, if there is a disease in the city, it's my role to provide the safety of the citizens inside the public transportations, and I have the obligation to spread the word through publicity and communication. The problem is the spread of diseases in the city. Diseases brought from overboard. When people are arriving to the airport, there are countries in Asia that are allowed to check randomly the temperature of any of their passengers arriving to check if they have a fever. If they have a fever, they are to be investigated in the airports. If in Hortensiopolis, in the arrival section, we install a checkpoint where there will be an artificial intelligence machine with an infrared thermometer to identify if any person with a fever, so he or she can be investigated, we could reduce the spread of diseases in Hortensiopolis. According to the research, if I install a machine of artificial intelligence with an infrared scanner thermometer that detects the body temperature of any person, that scans anyone leaving or arriving to the airport of Hortensiopolis, then in case that someone has got a fever, then we could prevent the spread of diseases. If any disease just like Ebola, and this could give us an advantage to prevent the spread. Infrared thermometers usually use a lens to focus infrared light from one object onto a detector called thermophile. The thermophile absorbs the infrared radiation and turns it into heat. The more infrared energy, the hotter the thermophile gets. This heat is turned into electricity. The electricity is sent to the detector, which uses to determine the temperature of whatever the thermometer is pointed at. We know that the spread of diseases is a huge problem and it is hard to control. Based on some research, we found out that in order for our methodology to get better results, we'll need to focus on the quantitative side of the spectrum, since we're talking about mass production. In conclusion, this process will benefit everyone who uses it, since its primary function was to help organize and help to stop the spread of diseases, and it is effective.